Hello. Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Martel. Um, Thank you, Ariel, for introducing me. Um, Change of plans. uh, I'd like to thank my two mushgays here for getting me here, Stephanie and Vivian. I'm a part of the WILD12 Executive Planning Committee. It's been an honor and is an honor. I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank you for coming to our homelands here. And I hope that you take back all that we've been sharing. We're not a hoarders of knowledge. We want to make sure that we're all on the same page, making sure that you see the world view and to get you to think outside of the box. Because your box it doesn't fit us, and it obviously doesn't fit you. As a Lakota woman, as a mother, as a grandmother, and a community worker, we're seeing a lot of things that are not good, but can be good. We have to make a change, and one of the biggest changes that I see working at the visitor center, because we have all walks of life that come through the door, one of them is respect. As a human race, we're losing respect for one another, which leads into no communication, leads to all kinds of really bad things that are not good for our health. We've learned that no matter what, as Lakota women, we'll always be where we need to be, and which is the backbone of our people. We'll always stand for truth. We'll always stand for our protection. Protection for us to do the work, and protection of our family. I've learned very much about who I am. Unfortunately, I wished it was sooner. I'm a survivor of the indoctrination of discovery or church. It took me 9 years to turn around. After I turned 18, there was something that was missing, and I decided and made that decision that the white man's world is not for me. So I came home. I love my home. I'm learning everything that I can in learning about who I am, but also helping my people as much as I can. We have a lot to learn, and we'll learn all till we die. One of the biggest things that I'm trying really hard at home is making sure our homes are taken care of and making sure our communities are taken care of. Working at the visitor center, we have done the art, food, and medicine classes. Why? We have to go back to remembering who we are, because the Western world or the Western culture or the Western classroom doesn't fit us. And that comes with language, that comes going back to getting our culture bearers, our language instructors, getting our community to be the teachers. And we're seeing changes, and those changes are really good. We're seeing mothers and fathers teaching back in the home. We're also seeing more of the family structure wanting to learn more about the language, learning more about the culture, and just making sure that their first government, which is their family, is taken care of. One of the things that I've learned being at the visitor center, I make light of it, but it really rings. And I want to try to figure out, like, how can I make change? When I get asked if I'm still in the teepee, I don't know sometimes how to answer. Because a part of me says, yes, we do. We do because of our ceremonies, and it's our culture. Our ceremonies, we use the teepee. It's still our shelter. It's still our home. As a Lakota woman, that is my home. But to answer it, I want to get mad, I want to be sarcastic, but I can't because I won't be able to teach. We have to teach the world about who we are. And that's just not us in Lakota. That's all of us around the indigenous communities. Recently, I went to New Zealand. Wow. We still got a lot to learn. The Western world has a lot to learn. And I hope that all of us that are here, that we really listen and really take back what you learn, what you know, and continue to ask those questions. And I hope you do the work, because you're just not a statistic, you're just not a number, you're a community member. We hope that being here at WILD12, that we continue the communication, collaboration, continue to be community. It's up to us to make the change. We got to walk that talk. But more than anything, as a Lakota woman, I'm really very proud of my people. I'm so proud of them because we have the world that comes and always wants to know about the Hunkpapa people, or the Lakota people, or Sitting Bull's people. I have people that will come in and show me tattoos. They have our geometric on them. Or they'll say, I read a book about your people. They're always curious about us. So I know that our Lakota people are very much a captive audience around the world, that everybody wants to know about us. I always tell our young people, be proud of who you are. We got the world that always seems to come here. They want to know. We have a huge tourism industry. I hope you guys kind of notice that being here. But they really don't tell our story. So we have a South Dakota Native Tourism Alliance. If you're going on the tour tomorrow, I'm part of the group. We actually have our own Native tourism guides that are going to take you. And it's kind of like the first, and it won't be the last. Because it's our time. It's our time to speak. We have time, place, and space. Let's take that time. Let's make, Let's take up this space. Let's share, let's teach, let's figure this out because you know what? We don't have much time. And again, thank you all for coming. And like I said, these girls here wrote me in, but other than that, anything?
Me takiape. Wase wakanwea. Me shante washte eyuha ichichiapie. Want to thank you for being here and listening. Velma Killsback was supposed to be here to talk about how we are all related, and I want to just say a few words for her. As human beings, we have this space around us. Our immediate space is filled with energy or spirit. If you listened to Orville earlier, this spirit is always above the ground. And we have a lot of effect on each other, this vibration. And that's how we're all related to each other. It's much, much deeper than just the physical, because as Lakota, as human beings, we are multidimensional beings. And I hope these conversations get to that point where we can talk about the deeper part of ourselves. I know that it's personal and that it's emotional, but that's where we hold our truth. So I also am proud of my relatives here, especially for my daughter and my grandson, who are tribal members at Standing Rock, and they couldn't be here. But this is for them, and I want to thank you for allowing me to have these few minutes. Mitakiase.
Ampetu ashte metakoyape. Stephanie ohitikawi chetan chinkala na khangi tanka tioshpae metawaki oglala Lakota tituan Lakota hemache alo. Greetings, everyone. Thank you all. I do thank my mashkes. We were asked to sit in because our tuwe couldn't make it today, so we're here sharing our energy in lieu of her. She has been one of our teachers, educators, along with our elders today who are with us. I would like to just share that and just kind of go off what Mashke Vivian was saying, is that the way I frame it, especially for my takojas, my grandchildren, is that, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say it in English. My name is Stephanie Littlehawk Big Crow. I am Oglala Lakota Tituan. I'm from the district of Wakpamani on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation. I'm a doctorate in business administration and hold intellectual property law certification. So I do work, I don't say work because I don't necessarily work, but I support our efforts of the Ocheti Shakoi, the Oyate Omanichie, so of the people in this collective effort. But the way I summarize it for our takojas, for my grandchildren, is that we are all stardust made flesh. And I always correlate, a lot of what I had to learn in Western academia and pseudosciences that like to compartmentalize knowledge. We, as a human being, cannot be compartmentalized, and the only influx or difference of our existence is basically in the physiological state of which we exist. But I tell our takoja, one day, Unchi is going to return back to the Wichachbi Oyate. I'm going to go back to the spirit world to walk amongst the stars, our ancestors. And Wichachbi means star, and Oyate means the people, the star people. And if you look at the chemical compounds and what stars are made up of, atoms, molecules, even down to your hydrogen, your mercury, your calcium, air, all of these are made up of the human essence. So we are literally living flesh of our ancestors today. And every DNA and in every molecule within our body. And once this human body disintegrates and goes back into Unchimaka, when I take that final breath, and I tell her that you'll bury me into Unchimaka, don't pollute my body with embalming fluid. Give me back to Unchimaka as I came. And when I return home, I said, and I'll be amongst the stars with our ancestors, and I'll look after you. And when you need me, I'll be there. So to all of you, who I'm grateful that share this space with us, please keep joining us in this conversation this week. We will share a lot more, and I look forward to learning from each of you. But the one thing I really hope that each of you take with you is that, and I don't know who said this, but that no human being no one is just born. We're all born for a purpose. And I know that for me, if the Creator in this essence of energy and telluric and metaphysical energy had wanted me to be born anywhere else on Uchimaka, whether it's with our Polish relatives or our Scottish relatives or our Russian relatives, the Inupiaq of Russia, any indigenous peoples, those of Africa, I would have been born there, but I wasn't. I was destined to be born to the Oyate Omanichie, the Ochati Shakoi, to the Tituan Lakota. So I have innate responsibilities that cannot be stripped from me, nor can I strip them from myself. And that each of you are born to that same aspect. When I tell people your identity's been politicized, don't carry that politicized identity with you. I'm not Native American, American Indian. I can't recall how many other. The census has 5 pages on us anyhow. But don't claim that, claim who you are. You can claim one bloodline or all. It is up to you. Because overall, we're all interrelated. We're all linguistically and genetically diverse peoples that represent diverse nations. But in the end, we are all one peoples. We are all related. The term Matakoye Oyasin, it speaks about energy, vibration, who we are in this physiological form, and who we will return to in that metaphysical form when we all return back to wherever it is you believe you go. For me, for us, we'll go back to the Wichakpi Oyate. We are merely stardust made flesh, and that's who, at least, I was taught as a people. So each of us, it's how all of us connect to each other. Don't politicize your identity. You're here with us today sharing this space, and never forget that you were born for an innate purpose. Don't let anyone dictate that to you. So we are all stardust made flesh, and we are all interrelated as one peoples. Once we remove all the politicized barriers and the conjecture, we return back to the center, as Lexi Claude and Lexi Phil always say, and Tume Velma. So welcome, and I'm eager to join all of you this week. And lila wopila tanka ne chichi apehe. Plamiaya.
Miigwech, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing such good words.